Who the heck is this guy? And where did Thrawn get this massive Dathomir army to go against the New Republic? Welcome everyone, and after a long 3 years of waiting, we have finally gotten a teaser trailer for Ahsoka Season 2 coming out on January 20th, 2027, which in fact is coming out just a couple days before my birthday. This trailer is packed with so many hidden details you may have missed, so let's get started. The trailer opens up with some U-Wings flying down to the planet of Dathomir, the former home planet of the Nightsisters before General Grievous during the Clone Wars sent a massive attack, nearly wiping out all of the Nightsisters. Next, we get a shot of the New Republic troopers fighting against Thrawn's forces, and we see on the far left-hand side a Nightsister with their classic bow from the Clone Wars. Clearly, this must have taken place after Thrawn and the witches at the end of Season 1, where we saw a bunch of pods of fallen Nightsisters, and just how we saw in Tales of the Underworld when Quinlan Vos and Obi-Wan Kenobi brought the dead body of Asajj Ventress to this mysterious pool that allowed her to resurrect. If I had to guess that this is going to be how Thrawn gets this brand new army of skilled Nightsisters, it makes me wonder if they will use the same magic to resurrect anybody else during this time. Next, we get our first shot of a young Ahsoka from the Clone Wars on the snowy planet. I went back and watched all of the Clone Wars episodes that featured a snowy planet, and surprisingly, there was not a single time that Ahsoka and Anakin were present at the same time when they were on snowy planets. So who knows where this could be. However, with Anakin looking more like Anakin towards the end of the Clone Wars and in Revenge of the Sith with his longer hair, I think this could be one of the last missions Anakin and Ahsoka went on before she decided to leave the Jedi Order. Next, we get some clone troopers lying on the ground. It is hard to tell, but I believe these are Phase 2 clone troopers. Then we have one of the most unique lightsabers I have ever seen, where the hilt breaks apart to have the lightsaber blade ignite in 3 different spots. It must take a lot of skill and practice to be able to wield this kind of lightsaber, because one wrong grip and that could really hurt the Force user. We have seen double-bladed lightsabers before, but nothing like this. The individual is also unlike anyone we have ever seen in Star Wars before. However, my crazy theory is that this could be the Son in human form. The eyes look very similar, which could go with the theme of this season with the Mortis gods of the Father, Son, and Daughter. Next, we get a fantastic duel between this mysterious character against Anakin and Ahsoka. Using his acrobatic skills to block Anakin and Ahsoka's strikes, then using the Force to launch a massive log towards Anakin's direction. Then we go back to the present with the Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker walking behind Ahsoka, saying, "I am always walking by your side." Besides getting off on Peridea, we do not know what else Ahsoka is trying to accomplish this season. Clearly, she feels bad that she was not able to stop Thrawn, and now Sabine and her are stranded in a completely different galaxy. So Anakin will not only mentor her, but give her comfort that she will figure out a way to get off this planet. Next, we get our first look at Thrawn on board his Star Destroyer heading towards the planet of Dathomir. In this shot, it could be the lighting, but it looks like we might be getting a slightly different version of Thrawn. I am excited to hopefully be getting a more accurate version of Thrawn from the Heir to the Empire novels, where we get to see his genius and battle expertise truly unfold. We see in other shots of the trailer, it looks like we will be getting a massive space battle between Thrawn and Admiral Akbar, which once the remnants of the Empire find out that Thrawn has returned, they will join together against the forces of the New Republic. We see Hera looking at a diagram of 3 Star Destroyers heading their direction, with Thrawn's ship in the middle, and you can truly see the difference in scale of Thrawn's ship compared to the other smaller Star Destroyers. Next, we see a fleet of TIE bombers dropping pods on board a rebel ship that we could see are filled with Nightsisters as they begin shooting at the New Republic troopers. Next, we go to Dathomir, where we see Thrawn's forces lined up in the middle. We see Enoch holding his new sword that will glow green when he goes against Ezra, and using Nightsister magic, it will be strong enough to even block a lightsaber strike. Similar to the sword we saw Morgan Elsbeth wield when she dueled against Ahsoka. Next to him, we see a bald Nightsister, and behind them, we see another Nightsister using her magic to what I believe will be how the Nightsisters begin to get resurrected. In the next clip, we see Sabine asking Ahsoka what she saw, and Ahsoka says war. We see Sabine's hair is getting much lighter than what we saw at the end of season 1. Next, we see our man Baylan Skoll, now played by Roy McCann. Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson, as he sadly passed away not much after season 1. But I think that they have made an excellent casting choice to replace him with Roy, who most notably known for his role as the Hound in Game of Thrones. I think that he will bring the presence and sheer strength fighting style we saw Baylan in season 1. Anakin talks over that Baylan has claimed knowledge of a power, one that could end wars. I think this has to be in reference to the Mortis gods, and that Baylan will take the form of the sun, with Anakin embodying the light side of the father and Ahsoka embodying the daughter. How Baylan gets a hold of this power is something I am very interested in for season 2, and I love what they are doing with having 3 main sections of season 2, with Thrawn returning to go against the New Republic, Ahsoka getting mentored by Anakin, and the storyline between Baylan and Shin. It is so nice that if we are needing a change of pace or things begin to slow down in one story, that we could easily pick up the pace with another story. Next, we get an awesome shot of Zeb and Ezra reuniting, which is just going to be as awesome of a moment as Ezra and Sabine reuniting in season 1. It is going to be awesome to see them teaming up once again. We hear Ahsoka saying that long ago she stepped away from the Jedi Order, and it still is weighing her down. That if she had stayed, maybe Anakin's fate would have been different with the Jedi Council. Anakin encourages Ahsoka that this is her trial. Does she want to be a Jedi or not? It is interesting, last time we heard them having this conversation between these two characters, talking about if she was a Jedi or not, was when Ahsoka dueled against Darth Vader in Rebels, when Ahsoka clearly stated that she is no Jedi. On the next shot, we see Shin trying to possibly steal Ahsoka's ship, and we see Huyang gets all General Grievous on her with his 4 yellow lightsabers, which does make sense for him to wield yellow lightsabers like the Temple Guards wielded yellow lightsabers, because yellow means knowledge and protection. Clearly, he does not want Shin to take the ship. In this scene, we do not see Baylan at all, and maybe this is early on in the season, and she is just wanting to go find him, or something has happened to Baylan and she knows she cannot save him. Next, we see Ahsoka and Sabine on a campsite with a mysterious set of creatures all around them, and Ahsoka only using one lightsaber here, as we have to remember that she lost one of her lightsabers when it was slashed by Morgan Elsbeth's blade at the end of season 1. And then we get the title hovering over the planet of Dathomir, and I could not tell you how excited I am for this show. With this just being a teaser trailer, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the first official trailer next month. My biggest question for the season is, what are they going to do with the big three from the original trilogy? Luke, Han, and Leia clearly are very present during this time frame, and it makes a lot of sense for them to be involved in the battle against Thrawn. And if we see Luke, will we finally get what so many people, including myself, would love to see? Luke finally talking to the Force ghost of his father, Anakin Skywalker. It seems like he will be with Ahsoka for majority of the season, but would love for us to see a scene with him saying hi to his son during the show. But let me know what your thoughts are about this trailer. Hope you guys have a great day, and my Jedi and Sith friends. And click on this video right here if you want to see what a conversation between Luke and Anakin could look like.